Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and it is finally time. The king himself is fully EZA'd, ready to go. STR final form cooler, well, fourth form I guess now, transforms into final form. Fully EZA'd, SA 15, full level 10 links, you know the score, ready to go. Transformation boost and Terrifying Conquerors 170 across the board. He infinitely stacks defense, does immense damage and lowers attack and defense. And then we get 130 attack and defense start of turn. Launches an additional attack that has a medium chance of becoming a super when the target enemy is in attack down or defense down. And then he gives transformation boost allies 2 key and 50% attack and defense when facing only one enemy, and Terrifying Conquerors 2 key and 50% when facing 2 or more enemies. So we are going to show him off in some of the harder content as well. But bear in mind, like, you want to go full additional, stack that defense, and then strongest clan in space as a link that he's obviously very often going to have active on the Wicked Bloodline team is a link that lowers the enemy's defense passively. And also enemies like this, where you can already lower their attack or lower their defense, you are going to be able to get that proc off straight away anyway. So we have 4 links active with Turles here, including Big Bad Bosses and Thirst for Conquest. So he's starting off at 280k defense. Can we get the 4 type orbs? It depends what happens here. We cannot get the support from Janemba on this turn, so we only have the support from Turles. So let's see what he's doing here turn 1. Oh, you know, just a casual 6.4 million on turn 1. Now, he only stacks defense, so his attack stat is obviously not going to get, like, higher and higher. But there you go. This is the kind of thing you want to see, right? This is why you go full additional. So his super attack, his passive, he only got the normal attack, and then the hidden potential procced the super. So now he has super attack twice. Of course, we didn't get the best starting rotation, though, so I need to float off my cooler now so we can get those guys together. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to go all in on the orbs here. We potentially just completely wipe out... Oh, he's physical, yeah. We just wipe out Piccolo here. I just jumped into the new Infinite Dragon Ball History stage because I just want to check out our boy and what he can do. And obviously, we'll be taking him into harder content after this, right? One of the things I'm going to do straight away after this is obviously take him into the Cell Max event. Because we've seen in some of the previous attempts with certain teams against Cell Max is that you just stall early on with any units who don't need to stack. So hopefully we can get some good stacks with Cooler before it's time for the tech phase. So this is a good rotation for him. So what is he at now? 541k at the start of the turn. Now bear in mind, he is on rotation with 2 40% support units, so obviously he's going to be looking good on this turn. But let's go ahead and do this. So over 500k defense. This is his second turn, so this is him already able to tank like normal attacks from basically every single red zone boss on the second turn, or at least for like against type disadvantage he might take some damage obviously. But now we didn't get the additional. This Goku was defense lowered. So unfortunately, that is something that is potentially going to happen from time to time, where you only get the 1 super attack turn. It sucks, but, you know, it is going to happen sometimes. RNG beat RNG at the end of the day. Now, the interesting thing to see here will be the fact that he's now only got an additional super on 1 of the turns. So it'll be kind of a more realistic look at what he's potentially going to be putting out, depending on, you know, your luck with your RNG. Because as much as I want to get crazy luck in the showcase, I don't want him to like triple super every turn, and then by turn like 3 or 4 we can be like, oh my god, look how amazing he is. Because he's not going to super 3 times every turn for you, like, you know, regularly. He hasn't done it once in this video. We supered twice in the first turn, which was really, really good. But then we got the worst possible turn on the following rotation, where we didn't get any additionals whatsoever. And then obviously in these more difficult events, once you get to the enemies that can't be defense or attack lowered, then obviously you lose out on that ability and you have to rely on the hidden potential. But this is the rotation that I wanted to see, because we share 6 links with LR Final Form Cooler. So slot 1, we have 571k defense. Our defense has barely gone down, and we've lost a 40% support unit compared to last turn, and our defense is still almost 600k. So what I'm also very interested in seeing is what Cooler is going to look like on this turn. Or should I say the LR Cooler? Because, yeah, he's going to look pretty crazy. So how much do we take from a super? We're only in Infinite Dragon Ball history, so I wouldn't expect this to do much damage. Unless they lower defense. No. Double digits, okay. So we're always roughly between like sort of 6 and 7 million, depending on the amount of support on the rotation, which is fine. No additional again, but what does Cooler do? Because now Cooler's getting, yeah, 7 million. Like, we're not built up with this guy at all. And he's just casually 7 million attack. This is the one I think that got floated off previously, right? So, did he even get to super attack against the Piccolo? He didn't, did he? So, when he's fully built up with this Cooler on rotation, he's going to look insane. Now, the only problem is with this team is how much time it's going to take potentially to get fully built up versus how quickly you're just going to smash your way through the event. Because it's going to be very easy to get through some of these events very, very quickly with Cooler's team. And the fact that the STR Cooler is now providing 50% support. Like, basically, when you're running what is pretty much the optimal, like, Wicked Bloodline team, let alone STR LR Cooler's team, where we've got non-Wicked Bloodline units, but if you're running the optimal, like, Wicked Bloodline team, the only units that are not going to be getting the support that really want it, like, for all-out damage, is the Metal Coolers, because they're not on Transformation Boost, but obviously they still are going to be looking very, very good. So what are we up to here? We only super attacked once again last turn. See, basically, by getting one super attack, he's replaced the need for a 40% support unit. Because 2 turns ago, we had 2 40% supports, and we had about this much defense. Then he supered once, and then on the next turn, with only 1 40% support, we had about this much defense. And then he supered once, and now we have no support unit, because we haven't picked up Orbs for Janemba, and he has this much defense. So that's how much he's, like, raising his defense every single time. Like, that is actually crazy. So we'll go ahead and do this. I think these are the final enemy. We're going to have to jump into another stage, because it's just too short. We can't do it quickly enough. And, of course, I thought all these tech orbs were going to connect if I did that. So, of course, we can't get the support for Janemba here. But with Janemba's support, that means he's easily over, like, he's well over 600k before he even supers for the turn. So this is going to do what? This will do double-digit damage, maybe? Oh, 3,000. Oh, because it also lowers defense. But not enough that the normal attacks still only do double-digit damage afterwards. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Double super, that's what we like to see. His defense is now ridiculously high. We didn't even transform him, so we'll have to do that as well in another thing. But yeah, this is STR Cooler is actually insane. Like, when his calcs came out, it looked like he was going to be, and then we saw the initial showcases from like the private server and stuff. And if there was ever any doubt that he is the new best EZA TUR, I mean, I think it's pretty obvious now, right, that he is the best. I mean, you even have an argument for him being like top 5, like, just overall TURs in the game. I've seen some people say they actually straight up think he's the best. Which, I mean, yeah, maybe, right? I don't know. This team is actually just insane now. Like, Metal Cooler EZA, everybody underrated it when it first came out. And then, like, now that we see him on, like, a 200% lead and stuff, he actually goes absolutely crazy. So let us jump into another event here. Okay, so we're jumping into the Legendary Vegeta event. Again, not like the hardest event or anything, but I just wanted one that we could go for a few turns. Plus, we do have him on turn 1, and you can lower defense in the first phase. So, obviously, that does proc his ability to get the extra attack, because I don't want to keep jumping in and jumping out and trying to get it just for the sake of the video, but I would love to see him get a triple super turn. Now, this is the additional from his passive, because Vegeta is defense lowered. But unfortunately, we don't even get a chance to see a potential third super attack because he's just dead. So, very, very good. So let's float you off. I mean, for the most part, like, Cooler's team is so powerful that basically these first few phases are just all going to be one turns, basically. Especially because, like, we got the friend LR cooler that I brought. I deliberately only bought one. I think they have, like, one dupe, because I didn't want to bring one that had tons and tons of dupes. But obviously, even, like, a, you know, low dupe level cooler is going to be ridiculously powerful. Because the thing is, you got to remember, this STR cooler, like, he already looks crazy good. The TUR, the EZA, the subject of the video, not this guy. He already looks really, really good. And then you got to remember that against pretty much all the difficult content in the game that isn't Super Battle Road, he's giving all the transformation boost units on his team, which are the majority of the good units, like 50% attack and defense. That is so crazy. So turn 1 with a 40%, sorry, turn 2, his second turn, with a 40% support after a double super, 481k. And there's no attacks in slot 1, which means he gets to a super attack again now. So it's going to be well over 500k defense. And that's if he only supers once. We can't attack or defense lower anymore, so we can't get the passive additional. But we can still potentially get the hidden potential. Again, that's why I think full additional is probably the way to go. And then the fact he's putting out 7 million attack as well, when in his base, he's a support unit more so than anything. Oh, there you go. See, there's that 25 additional from the hidden potential coming in clutch. So he double supered on his first turn and his second turn. So we'll see what his defense is at the start of the next turn. And then this puts this cooler up to 7 million. Like, remember, he hasn't attacked yet because STR cooler on turn 1 just killed the base form Vegeta. So, funnily enough, in some of these events, obviously this one is a bad example because it's not very hard, even near the end. But in some of these events, like, you're actually just going to get through too quickly for the STR cooler to even get a chance to, like, build up, which is quite funny. Like, in some events, that could actually be bad. It'll be interesting to see if, like, Red Zone Broly and, like, Red Zone Omega, will we even get a chance to have, like, cooler fully built up? And again, I already mentioned it earlier in the video, when we take this guy against, like, Cell Max, obviously with this team, we kind of want to stall, like, any units that don't need to stack. We just won't super attack with them in the early phases. But, like, can we get cooler to stack up enough? And then at the same time, actually have, like, the LR Final Form cooler be built up enough as well. Like, the fact that the two of these two together just do so much, it's actually crazy. But the thing that I want to see is when cooler is fully built up, I want to see the LR. I want to see the turn with him and the STR one. Because I've seen screenshots before of, like, the LR Final Form cooler on rotation with STR cooler and I think another support unit at, like, 18 million attacks now, something stupid, for his 18 key super. So yeah, now he's at 661k defense. That is after 2 turns of double supering. And now with a support unit on the rotation. So, do you think that's good? And then LR Cooler, who, you know, his major drawback was not good defense until he attacks, is starting the turn at 335k. So now, unfortunately, we did not finish off Vegeta in the previous turn, which means that obviously the STR Cooler is only going to get the opportunity to get 1 super attack here, and he's obviously going to kill him, and so we won't be able to get another build up for LR Cooler. I think, can he dodge at this point? I think he can, but he didn't, so that's the important part, the fact that he didn't dodge. So I just want to get through these. Oh, I just need to get through these non-cooler turns as quickly as possible. So we'll go ahead and do this. Are we going to one-turn this here? We probably will. I mean, the extra support from Turles, of course, goes a long way. Golden Frieza eating the super is exactly what we want. Because this rotation is like the complete opposite, right? Golden Frieza, not providing any support. He's just there to be a defensive wall. He doesn't even have, like, big bad bosses. So this rotation actually allows LR Cooler, to build up nice and early and actually start getting those, like, stacks and getting those attacks in. Whereas the STR, like the EZA Cooler, is just too good. He's actually insane. So yeah, we only got 1 super off last time. Do we have a support unit again? We have Janemba. So we're going to see his start of turn defense without any support for both the coolers, to be fair, but the EZA Cooler. Because it's turn 7. So this is after he got a double super, then a double super, and then 1 super. So he's super attacked 5 times so far. the EZA like TUR cooler. So he's super attacked 5 times, and let's see what he's looking like now. All these attacks in slot 1, okay. So he is at 657 with no support. So when we pick up the orbs for Janemba, he goes over 700k defense. Is that good? I think that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and do this, because I do want to get this in the video, and we'll imagine if he just takes out Vegeta by himself. Now when he transforms, he has the built-in ability in his passive to additional twice. So with the hidden potential, he could super 4 times. And remember, against pure and hybrid Saiyans, he gets guaranteed crits. So this is he's going to be doing a lot of damage. Now the thing is, in his transformed state, he stacks attack. So obviously the earlier you transform, the higher you can stack it. But yeah, we have 700k defense without picking up orbs from Janemba. So in this form, he infinitely stacks attack, does immense damage, massively lowers defense. He gets 200% attack and defense and 4 ki at the start of the turn. 2 additional attacks that each have a medium chance of becoming a super. He gets 10% crit chance per rainbow orb, which is a nice touch if you're not fighting against a Saiyan enemy, for him to still get a ton of crit, even if you went full additional in his hidden potential. So I actually do really like that addition to his kit, because it can help you get crits against the non-Saiyan enemies. So let's get the support. So this is actually, what is he going to do here? So with the support from Janemba, he's like over 750k defense at the start of the turn. And then we're going to do 7.1 million. Now obviously, like I said, his final form, he stacks attack. So the earlier you transform him, then obviously the higher his attack stat is going to be able to go. But yeah, jumps up to 7.4. So that was the first one from his passive as well. So that's good luck. That's the 30% chance that it becomes an additional super. Oh, and then we got the other one as well. So if he doesn't kill him and we get the hidden potential, he goes over 8 million attack on his first transformed turn. But he did kill him. Is he good? I think he's pretty good. What do you think? You guys let me know down below in the comment section. Is EZA TUR STR cooler good? I think he's pretty good. So you guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. Keep an eye out, because obviously we're going to take him into all sorts of difficult content. I do want to see him in Super Battle Road, where he's obviously giving that buff to Terrifying Conquerors. We can take advantage of the fact that he lowers attack on Super. So he's probably going to be crazy there as well. But let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.